He says, TD, this is what I do. I prepare 2 to 3 weeks before, especially the week of. I really lock in. I think Joke is going to be ready. But like we said, we saw he's 1-9 in Mudhead, so he's really been struggling. But I do think he has been locked in all week. Says he has something in store on defense for Wesley's offense.
And right there, Joke had a man open, and he overthrew him. Not a great way to start. That's one of those plays that you're looking at your quarterback going, what are we doing?
Yeah, you know, the great debate, too, with Joke is, you know, this game obviously doesn't suit his style, right? He's a defensive mastermind, right? In this game, there's really no defense in this game. It's a high-powered offensive game. But on the flip side, it's like, okay, if there's not a lot of good defense, Joke should be the guy that can find defense because he is a mastermind at defense. So talking to him, he said he has something a little bit different that Wesley hasn't seen, but the one struggle for Joke is offense. He, you know, in a game that's known for offense, he's not known as an offensive player, really struggles. He can make some turnovers. So for him, it's about kind of controlling the clock, keeping the possessions limited for Wesley.
No surprise to see Joke out there rocking Russell Wilson as he'll be, timeout will be called. It looks like Wesley didn't like how his defense was set up.
Yeah, and it's fine to use them in the first half. You don't want to use those timeouts in the second half, but calling it early here, getting set up. Joke tried to flip his bunch. Wesley wasn't prepared, calls the timeout.
3rd and 5. Joe's going to motion over to that gun-tight slots. Adrian Peterson on his right hip as Wilson back to pass. Into that crosser downfield. It's trying to get covered by the user, Simmons, but what a beam from Russell Wilson to Charlie Joyner. Found the space in between the safety and the user and is able to pick up a first down to the 25.
A little bit of a risky pass right there, but Joke with a streak route on the right side to bring the zone defenders back, allowing that post route to get open on the sideline for a huge play.
And now he'll go to the ground, and one of the breakout stars here in the NFL season, Cordero Patterson taking the carry. What a year he had for Atlanta.
Yeah, former Patriot, Cordero Patterson. Always thought he was kind of underutilized. Didn't really live up to the hype in his career, but they found a home for him in Atlanta and became an absolute weapon.
I see teams like the 49ers using Deebo Samuel in a very similar halfback, wide receiver, hybrid position. I mean, are we just becoming, we've reached positionless basketball. Are we about to reach positionless football?
We might, right? I don't know if it'll ever get that far, but Deebo Samuel, perfect example. This guy can literally play every position. He was kick returning, running back, receiver. The Niners are lucky to have him.
Charlie Joyner splits off the left side of that tight slot. So it's like a little double Mabel coverage. He's looking for the corner. There's Cliff Branch, feed and bounds to the 1-yard line. Picks up 23. So, man, for Joke, it has been a story of 2 different plays. Either he's getting no yards or he's picking up big chunks.
And 2 of his most important abilities on his roster right there. Russell Wilson, of course, with that escape artist, that pass lead elite. And then right there, Cliff Branch has that slot apprentice, puts him on a corner route, throws a dot down to the 1.
First goal, we'll see if he goes to that fullback dive. Nope, he's going to go all the way back to the halfback. Gives it to Patterson. No dive needed. Patterson will walk into the end zone. And for somebody who's not locked in, Joke sure walked down the field easily. He's on the board first.
Yeah, he is putting those rumors to bed. People saying, hey, he's a married man now. He's got a girlfriend. He's into the sports prop betting and stuff like that. He's not been playing Madden, and he shows on that first drive. He's been locked in all week. He told me he's been playing all night long, too, till the early hours of the morning, getting reps in with his guys. And on that first drive, he looked phenomenal. Made it look easy on offense.
Speaking of Clef the God, let's bring him in. One of the 4 members you'll hear in the booth today. Clef, Joke with a very impressive drive to start the game. He looked pretty locked into me.
Yeah, if you a Joke fan, you can't ask for a better start, man. Not known for his offense, but he went down, drove the ball, playing a Joke type of style. We saw when he won the belt in Madden 20, he was audibling around, running the ball. Now Madden 22, the meta's changed. He's audibling around, he's passing the ball. Great drive by him. But that's where he's made his money at, on the defensive end. What will we see out of him?
Well, I'm curious, by the way, while we got you, Clef, I need to know, who's rocking the man bun better? Is it Tyler Davis or Joke?
I'm going to say T. Davis because Joke kind of at that ugly stage where it's shorter. You know what I'm saying? T. Davis been doing this a while. You got to put respect on the OG bun. That's vintage.
Yeah, Joke's just got to let it grow a little bit longer. You know, it's kind of in the back there, starting to get it. But, yeah, you got to put it up a little bit, you know. I'm an OG of the man bun game at this point.
First down and 10. Wesley's got that out of position. Derrick Henry at quarterback. Cordero Patterson at halfback. Back pass on first down. He finds that Charlie Joyner out to the right side. Picks up a couple. Gets to a 2nd and 5.
And so far, this is kind of going to what Joke wanted. He wanted to make Wesley work for everything, but Wesley doing a great job, throwing some underneath routes, some out routes, through the out route to the running back. Goes to verticals here. I expect to see a lot of verticals from Wesley, probably the best play in the game. But Joke methodically making a move down the field, but Wesley doing a great job, takes off with that Derrick Henry at quarterback. We saw Henry use it. Wesley, of course, best friends with Henry. Both of them rocking that Derrick Henry at quarterback.
We're under a minute to go here in the first quarter. 7-0. Joke with the lead. So happy to have you guys along with us. Twitch, YouTube, and across the streaming platforms. Hope you guys are having a great day. How could you not with some competitive madness? Finally, Joke's defense able to get to the quarterback and bring down Henry.
And Wesley goes to that bunch strong formation a lot more than most people, you know, in this Cincinnati playbook. Doesn't stay in the gun bunch offset, goes to the bunch strong a lot, cooks up a laser here. Corner out to the sidelines, and Joke now starting to be on his heels. And Wesley's dialed in, doesn't have a lot of emotion, but he's cool, calm, and collected. One of the best, most prolific passers we have in the community.
And you see Joke in this 2-3-6 wheel. The objective of this defense is keep West in the pocket. West doing a good job right now by not moving in the pocket. He's just stepping up. He has 2 post-ups, which allows him to step up in the pocket. They're going to double-team that D-tackle. He's going to win that block. And he's doing a good job of just sliding left, stepping up, sliding right, stepping up, and really just being a pocket passer, even with escape artists.
Final play of the first quarter. Henry back in the end zone. Wide open is Charlie Joyner. Can't be leaving players that wide open in a Madden Bowl game. It's a touchdown for young Wesley Gittens.
And Clef talked about Joke audibling around a lot, but Wesley audibling around a lot. Bunch offset, bunch strong, and right there, tight slots. And there's just a seam streak right over the middle. Before that, he had the wheel route wide open, and he missed it. Joke got some pressure on him, but this time, Wesley takes advantage, seam streak out of the tight slots, and we have a tie ball game.
As the kick is away, 7 apiece, still tied up here as we'll see Joke for the second time on offense. Take a look at this one more time, TD. Just simple seam streak, and there wasn't a soul in the end zone to stop Charlie Joyner.
Yeah, seam streak right down the middle. Joke getting a little bit too adjusty, didn't man up that X receiver, gets behind the cloud flats on the left side. Easy throw from Wesley, and he's on the board.
Handoff to Cordero Patterson. Let's make this booth a little crowded. Everybody scoot over. We got one great user in there. User, I gotta say, I feel like Kimmy didn't hit on it hard enough. I appreciate the unselfishness from User, changing shirts 5 minutes before the show. I mean, he really did it for the good of the broadcast.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, thank you, Nick. You know what I'm saying? It's the little things I try to do. You feel me? But let me tell you, I noticed that, like my man Clef said, Joke is out here running the 2-3-6. And let's be honest, we have not seen anybody run the 2-3-6 besides Clef the God. So now I got a question. Now, I'm not trying to be the CIA or the FBI, but it seems like maybe Clef the God may have been putting in some reps, because I promise you, I have not seen anybody run that defense but Clef. Clef?
I'm here. Do we have allegations going on? Is my own brother one great user accusing me of getting rushed with none other than Joe? Is that breaking news?
I mean, you know what I'm saying? The streets told me to ask. I'm just a reporter. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm doing what the streets ask. They said, it's kind of questionable. It's kind of questionable.
Game recognized game. I think Joe probably seen Drenny run it. He seen me run it. And greatness, respect greatness. You know what I'm saying?
All right. That's the answer. That's the answer to the public. That's what he's going to tell on the stand. Sound like you plead the fifth, but okay.
Oh, no. I gave you a good answer. You got to understand, Joke is one of the smartest players ever. If it worked, the man is going to use it, man. That's why the man got a belt.
Yeah, that 2-3-6, man, is crazy. Unfortunately, it didn't work versus Keynes because he ran the ball. I need to see how Wesley's going to adjust, because he did put a lot of pressure on Wesley to stay inside that pocket with that looping linebacker.
A quick out route to Darren Waller. Picks up 6. One thing I've been impressed with so far, TD, Joke, utilizing all different sides of the field. He's using deep passes, medium passes, and there you see the short pass.
Yeah, he's audibling around a lot, going all over the field. He went to the gun tight, so not the tight slot, just the regular tight. We haven't seen that too much. But yeah, he's really looking good on offense too. Joke not known to make the best reads, but he seems dialed in, hitting those corner routes a lot, but a costly mistake right here from Joke, and now it's going to put him in a more difficult 3rd and 6. but I've been impressed. Going to a lot of corner routes, flood concepts out of the bunch. Seems like he's dialed in, getting those reps in. Looks really good as a passer.
And by the way, the best way to stop Wesley's prolific offense is keep the ball out of the offense's hands and make sure the defense stays on the field, as Wesley will use his second time out of the half. Not liking Joke, as he looked like motioned out to a trips tight end formation.
Yeah, this time goes to trips, so really trying to keep Wesley off balance. Wesley staying in that nickel 3-3-5 wide. Didn't like what he saw. Calls the timeout.
Hit the quick snap there. Found Waller. It's right at the line to gain. They're going to give it to him. It's a first down for Joke as he steps out of bounds with 2:37 to go in the half.
Wesley tried to dial up the pressure there. Came free off that left edge, and Joke does a great job throwing those tight end out routes. Those are great ways to beat man coverage quickly. And you see Wesley audible over from that 3-3-5 normal to get those safeties at linebackers. And I like, too, what Joke is doing here. He's really starting to use this clock, and we knew coming in Joke would try to do that, right? But I like him mixing up the run calls as well. Going to that base, out of the shotgun. Really good run, especially when you take it to the left side.
And Wesley used his final time out there, hoping he can get a stop on this series and get the ball back with an opportunity to put points on the board. 2nd and 5. Out of the trips formation, Jerry Rice motions from left to right. Still Cordero Patterson on the right hip of Wilson. It will be Patterson. Once again, whole lot of room over to the left side. An easy first down pickup for Joke as he is inside the red zone.
And that doesn't look like a lot what Joke did, but it's an underrated aspect of the game. You're kind of disguising your offense, right? So he faked a couple hot routes. He even used motion to bring a receiver from that trip side all the way over to the right. Really kind of took Wesley's user out of the play because Wesley thought he was going to pass the ball with all those adjustments. And Joke just did a simple handoff inside zone, gets right up there, and converts the first down.
Ultimate Team fans, stick with us at halftime of this game. We got reveals. Those LTDs coming out tomorrow, Ty. I love those LTDs. Not only are they some of the best items in the game, but you can also quick sell them for 250,000 coins. If you're able to pull one of those bad boys, you're having a great day.
Exactly. 250,000 points just like that. Then you can go out and buy whatever you want. But yeah, those LTDs always game-changing in the Ultimate Team. Can't wait to see who they are.
Russell Wilson rolling right. He wants that corner out. He's got that corner out. It's Cliff Branch back in the end zone. Joke's offense continues to hum along as the Madden Bowl belt winner goes on top 13-7. And Ty, don't forget, the last time we had an individual Madden Bowl, this man was the winner.
Exactly. 2 years ago, Joke took down the Madden Bowl. He's looking for repeat success, and he's doing great here. Going to the corner route. Again, that's the second time this game he's gone to Cliff Branch out of that tight formation on the corner route. The corner route's been the staple of his offense in a bunch of different formations. He's taking a 14-7 lead. Now, he did give Wesley a little bit too much time there. I would like to see him maybe run the ball again because he did get Wesley to use all those timeouts, but now you give him a lot of time here.
Take a look at this one more time. He's just waiting patiently for that little corner route to get open, and with Cliff Branch, he gets open a lot.
Yeah, and Wesley just taking out of the play. His user was kind of lacking behind, and that Cliff Branch just clears out the defense on that corner route for the easy touchdown.
Derrick Henry in trouble. Daniil Hunter at defensive tackle, able to bring down Derrick Henry for a loss, but more importantly, keeps that clock moving.
Daniil Hunter, too, one of the best players in Madden Ultimate Team right now. Pretty much everyone in this tournament has him on their squad. You see him there getting that block shed off the line. And now Joe kind of helps out Wesley, though, calling that timeout here. You know, 1 minute and 6, even with no timeouts, is plenty of time for how high-powered Wesley is in Madden 22.
2nd and 13, waiting, good coverage downfield. He'll give up the Derrick Henry 8-yard scramble, as that will be an 8-second runoff as it continues under 47 seconds to go. 45 seconds and counting. Henry at quarterback, back to pass. 4-man rush from Joke. Now pressure about to get there. Dangerous throw into coverage, but a diving catch to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, straight man coverage here a lot from Joke. And Wesley throws a risky read. And if you're Joke, though, you're okay with giving that up. Wesley smartly goes to line to spike it, give himself another chance. But now you really got to work those sidelines, right? Look for that deep crosser here. Looks like he's going to go to verticals.
Joke might be okay giving that up, but he wanted the interception there. It was tight coverage. He can't believe it didn't come up. Look at Henry getting absolutely screamed at as Derrick Henry throws this one away, and Wesley 22 seconds to get into field goal range.
Joke staying in that man coverage. He tried to go to that shake route out of Z spot and go. I'm not sure the exact name of that route where you motion it out. Tried to beat that man coverage, but Joke had everything blanketed. He's been going to the same thing here 3 plays in a row.
There's that loop blitz once again, but this time Wesley able to find a receiver open as Johnson will go out of bounds at the 45-yard line, stopping the clock and putting Wesley in a much better position to put points on the board.
What's one of the best ways to beat man coverage every year in Madden? A simple slant route. Wesley goes to 2 of them. It whoops that man coverage, and he gets out of bounds. Clutch dot from Wesley Gittens.
And once again, Joke used the timeout. I don't know if we've seen a game so far where both players used all 3 of their timeouts in the first half.
I know. You can tell these guys are locked in, both on the edge of their seats. Haven't seen really any emotion, any personality. These guys are just so focused, laser focused. You'll love to see it, and using those timeouts because every play means something in these type of games.
18 seconds remain. Wesley rolling right. Wants that slant route. It's well covered, but Henry's got enough speed to get out of bounds. He's inside field goal range of the 39-yard line, but you know Wesley's thinking about more.
How good is that Derrick Henry? You see the speed. That scramble allows him to get in the field goal range now. But if you're Wesley, you have to be very careful. Expect another rollout here because you cannot take a sack or end the half in the spot.
12 seconds, 11 seconds. Rolling right. He might be looking deep down the field. Instead, he'll just take off with Henry. 7 seconds remain. Is there enough time, TD, to take a shot to the end zone?
I thought he might have had a chance if he threw that post. I thought he might have took the chance. Goes the conservative approach. This is going to be another rollout here. I think he's just going to try to get it out of bounds or throw it away.
And Dane kept it in. He'll throw this one away. With 4 seconds left. Now we expect to see the field goal unit come out on the field. It will indeed a 43-yard attempt for Wesley to cut into this lead. For both these players, though, a good first half.
Really good first half. I mean, you can't really pick a favorite going into it right now. Wesley with the smart decision there. He called one last play to be able to, use the whole clock. And you heard him say he missed a touchdown. I think he might have had a chance at that post route, but 14-10 going into the half. I'm impressed with both guys, especially Joke on offense. Didn't expect these type of reads, this type of precision with his passes. But Wesley going down there to get that field goal before half, that really does a lot as he's going to get the ball to start the second half. So these two guys battle-tested, 2 of the biggest stars of our sport. And this drive is huge for both guys. If you're Wesley and you can go down and take this lead, that does a lot for you. But if you're Joke and you can get a stop and maybe go up 2 possessions. So this drive right here is crucial for both these guys going forward.
First down attempt for Wesley. He's back to pass with Derrick Henry. Waiting, he might have X all the way down the field. He's going to load up and launch it. Diving catch, Charlie Joyner to the 32-yard line. Big play to kick off the second half.
Yeah, and Joke's been getting a lot of pressure on, but right there, Wesley had plenty of time. He even rolled out. And the interesting thing I want to point out is Wesley actually has 2 post-up abilities on his offensive line. We don't see too many guys rocking those offensive line abilities, but he has both of them, and it helped a lot on that big conversion right there.
And then he'll pick up another first down over the middle, finding the big tight end, Darren Waller. 14-10 our score. Wesley looking to start off the second half on the right foot. He'll step up. He'll throw it. Dangerous throw. It's picked off. Isaiah Simmons off the tip. Going the other way is Joe. To the 10, to the 14-yard line. And that could be a play in a game that has been so close that changes the outcome.
That was huge right there for Joke. And we talk about verticals, right? Those wheel routes are so big in Madden 22. Joke did an excellent job in that 2-3-6. Had his slot defender. Looked like he was in a vertical hook. And Wesley just forced it. Tried to highball the tight end wheel route. And Joke gets the swat and then the pick. And that can be a game-changing play.
Russell Wilson rolling right as Joke wants to take advantage. He'll step out of bounds, actually lose a yard on the play, but tying a game that felt like one of those whoever has the ball last wins the game. That play is monstrous.
Yeah, and that's the one thing for Wesley. He can kind of, sometimes he can force it. He has that Brett Favre in him, that gunslinger. Can try to force it a little bit. He did there. Joke takes advantage. Of course, Joke in this Las Vegas Raiders offensive playbook really loves to audible around. And he's been going to this bunch tight end play a lot. He's got the underneath out route, a corner route behind it, checks it down to the out route. So Joke right now in complete control of this ball game.
Let's bring in Clef the God. Clef, what a big play. It looked like Wesley was just going to walk down the field, but how about Joke able to force a turnover and take control of this game?
Huge play by Joke. And this is why I picked Joke to win, because the remedy versus West is people who can control the clock. He starts pressing. You saw him press. That's a press throw right there because he's down 4. He feels like he needs to get 7 because he can't stop this dude. And this dude is controlling the clock. This is what you saw Kerry Q do versus him too. He started pressing versus him. So West versus runners, it's not a good matchup for him because he always starts pressing and trying to get 7 instead of just taking what the game is giving him.
And how about right there, Clef? Joke able on 4th and 4. You can see him take a deep breath there. That's a big play where if he doesn't pick that up, he's wasted the interception. He calmly finds the dig route over the middle and picks up a first down.
Yeah, and when somebody like Joke, how great he is with intangibles, I look for him to really bleed this clock out. He about to start taking everything under 5, under 10. He's going to really look to milk this and make this game shorter where West might touch it one more time, and that's it.
14-10. Now Joke with the ball and the lead, facing a 2nd and 7. We'll go back to that tight slots formation. This seems to be where he's been the most comfortable in this compressed formation. He's got Joyner and Rice over to the left side. He'll roll right with Russell Wilson. He's going to look for that corner out. That's another tight window throw, and he finds Darren Waller down to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, Joke's offense just relies on these corner routes, and this gun tight, it's a little bit different than the tight slots meta we've been seeing, right? But similar concepts right there. Corner route, this time to the tight end, usually goes to Cliff Branch, but this time the tight end, and Wesley just has no answer to these outside routes.
Now he'll go back to the ground with Cordero Patterson. And that's what's scary, Ty, is when he goes to this trips, he's showing these run plays out of trips, out of bunch, out of tight slots. The biggest thing is he's picking up 5 yards per carry, which is just deflating for a defensive team.
And that's one of the most important things. Keep your opponent off balance so they never know what to do. You said it. He's audible in the trips. He's audible into the tight, but he has the run plays in those formations as well to really keep you honest.
He's got a touchdown if he wants it. He's got a touchdown if he wants it. Jerry Rice in the end zone. Easy pitch and catch. And the man who won the last individual Madden Bowl is looking pretty confident out there. Now up 2 scores.
Yeah, he looks dialed in. And say what you want about Madden 22. We know there's no defense, but this is the best we've ever seen Joke play offense. Now, does that have to do something with the game? I don't know, but he looks dialed in. He hasn't really missed a read all game, and it's pretty much corner row every single play, left side, right side, mixing in the run. You know, playing exceptional John Madden football right now, and now he puts Wesley in a hole. Of course, plenty of time. That's a big drive, big touchdown.
Take a look at this replay one more time. Rice pretty much open the entire time.
Yeah, and you see the extra out the deep post, brings the zone defenders back a little bit, and Jerry Rice just gets to the outside. Joke pass led that ball to the left side, clicks on, makes the catch in the end zone.
1st and 10 for Wesley. Needs to answer quickly. He'll find Andre Johnson, who will go out of bounds at the 44-yard line. 9 of 13, $155 for Wesley. A good game. One mistake, though, and that was a crucial one inside the red zone.
And those are the most important things, right? Madden 22, you can't make any mistakes. It's about limiting your possessions, and you got to be able to score every single drive. So for Wesley to throw that pick in the red zone, you can see he just looks disgusted at himself right now. But like I said, there's plenty of time to bounce back here. We got to move a little bit of tempo.
Stepping up with Derrick Henry. Wesley will slide down just shy of the first down marker. As we near the end of the third quarter, going to be a 2nd and 1 as he's going to try to utilize some tempo. He's got Joyner, Rice, and Waller in the bunch. Allworth to the opposite side. Now he'll flip the bunch, leaving Charlie Joyner, the lone wide receiver, on the right side of the formation. Cordero Patterson on the right hip of that quarterback, Derrick Henry, former Alabama Crimson Tide, rolling left and trying to throw across his body. And right there, he showed why he's a running back.
And that's the one thing that limits Derrick Henry is that deep accuracy. Just completely, airmailed that one. Wasn't even close. Of course, you talked about Charlie Joyner. He's got Lance Allworth. Charlie Joyner with that slot apprentice. Lance Allworth with that outside apprentice. And Joke countering that has 6 acrobats out there in his secondary. You see 2 at linebacker there where he's utilizing those safeties. So you want to combat Wesley's high-powered passing attack. Those acrobats do a great job.
Across his body. He's got Andre Johnson making people miss. Right. User, you talked a lot about in the beginning the tweets, whether Joke was locked in or not. Has he proved to you that he is locked in? Has he proved that he is ready for this Madden Bowl?
Okay, Nick, I was wrong. Moving on. All right, next question.
Okay, cool.
Like I was saying.
Hey, that's easy enough. Easy enough.
All right, if you look at this defense that Joke is running, the 2-3-6, he has that right outside linebacker looping every time as he screams once again, and he's putting so much pressure on Wesley. You can tell Wesley was not prepared for this 2-3-6 defense. Every time that linebacker is looping on the running back side, it's making Wesley either roll out quick or try to step up in the pocket where he's not able to throw dots. He's doing a lot of scrambling. Him scrambling has also helped milking this clock for him to lose the game. So Joke is running phenomenal defense, but this time he's switching it up, going to double-A gap. Let me see what he's ready to cook up right here.
Yeah. And user, that goes back to you were saying, Joke wasn't prepared, but this goes into the preparation. When you come with something outside the box like this, Wesley hasn't seen, that's preparation. And he's been locked in all week doing that. So goes back to your point saying, never mind, big touchdown here from Wesley, though.
There's Darren Waller. There's a touchdown. That's what Wesley can do so easily, is get down the field and score in a hurry. 4:50 to go. The question is, does Wesley have the defense to stop Joe?
Yeah, but see, guys, user Nick, I have a problem with that, though, right? He's been doing so good in the 2-3-6, got the looping blitz, really, and then he switches over to double A gap? Like, what's the reason for that? And then as soon as he does that, Wesley throws a touchdown. Makes no sense to me.
Exactly. You got to trust his lab work. He already has been playing phenomenal defense with the 2-3-6. That's how he got the turnover inside the red zone. And you saw Wesley took full advantage of it. Like, this is the one time I don't have to worry about that linebacker looping. Let me make sure I get 7, and that's what he did.
A big drive here for Joke. An opportunity to milk this clock down and maybe put this game away. But if Wesley can get a stop, we got a whole different ball game. 21-17 our score. As great start for Wesley's defense, able to get in the backfield. Javon Curse with the sack.
And look at that. We just talked about kind of Joke switching his defense. Wesley's been in the 3-3-5 wide all game, switched it up on that play. Looks like now he's going back to the 3-3-5 wide, though. But that was a huge sack. Sent a little bit of pressure, able to get that block shed, forced Joke into a tough 2nd and 15.
Going right with Wilson. In that corner out. That is impeccable stick work from Joke. Able to swerve and get that catch in front of the defender.
Yeah, really great stick work right there. Way to click on to the receiver, make that user catch on the sideline, and Wesley continues to give up these corner routes. If I'm Wesley right now, you got to do everything you can just to shut down the sidelines and funnel everything to the middle of the field.
There's Cordero Patterson with the carry. As we near the 4-minute mark. Ty, this is where Joke is scary dangerous.
Oh, yeah. This is where Joke, especially at this point in the game, under 4 minutes now, you know, in that 4-minute offense, play ball control. He's going to mix in the run a little bit here and try to, you know, milk this whole entire 4th quarter if he can.
2nd down and 8. For Joke, back to pass, and he'll go underneath to Cordero Patterson. Basically like a run play there, TD. Just looks underneath, gets his 5.
Cordero Patterson's been a weapon for him. Those halfback ins and out routes in Madden 22, really difficult to defend. They beat man coverage. They get underneath the zones, as you saw there. Kind of got in between the zone defenders, underneath the user. And that's a nice little pickup right there. Like you said, basically like a run call right there. And I would expect Joke now to go back to a short pass. Look for him to be an out route, halfback wheel, or something short over the middle.
3rd and 3, and Joke will use his first timeout of the 2nd half. Didn't like how he was lined up, and now he's back out there in the gun bunch. Bunch to the short side. Cordero Patterson on the left side. He'll motion to that tight slots formation. Darren Waller out there at tight end. He'll flip the tight end over to the left side. A lot of adjustments here for Joke, trying to get the scheme that he wants, the look that he wants from Wesley. He'll give it to Patterson. The run defense from Wesley steps up, and the biggest play of the game here, TD, 4th and 6.
Here we go. You see Wesley putting up that one finger. He knows one stop, and he's right back in it.
And Wilson, right side, he's got Darren Waller. Joke picks up another 1st down, and Joke is creeping closer to another $25,000 in the bank.
Wesley went with a cover 0 man coverage blitz, and Joke hits him with that Darren Waller out route. Again, been a staple in clutch moments for him. Joke coming up clutch time and time again on a few conversions, and now he's going to go back to the ground game.
They'll give it to Cordero Patterson, but a great gap shoot from Wesley Gittins, utilizing that Isaiah Simmons to get in the backfield.
This is a battle coming down to the wire. Not surprised at all. 2 savvy veterans. You see Joke going to take this play clock down under 5. He's going to take it down, the game clock down under 2:30 here. So this will be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
He's trying to stress the defense. He stressed him real bad. He found Jerry Rice with not a soul around him. He'll cut inside. He'll have a 1st and goal from the 9-yard line as Joke, a guy who's been known throughout his career to play defense and to run the ball, he sure has been slinging it today.
And now Wesley on the edge of his seat because he knows he has to figure out a way to hold Joke to a field goal. A touchdown, and it's probably game over. Both guys going to go deep into thought here. Joke take a sip of the water. And now for Wesley, we're going to go to the 2-minute warning here. It's going to be about the timeouts here. So you cannot, but it's 1st and goal. So what does Joke do in this spot, right? Because you want to force Wesley to burn those timeouts, right? But you also need a touchdown here. A field goal, you're going to give way too much time to Wesley. So a lot of strategic stuff is going to go into this last 2 minutes.
I'm going to guess Cordero Patterson's going to get a couple carries here. Wesley's run defense has been stellar here on this drive. It's been the passing that has gotten him. Can Joke milk those timeouts away from Wesley and get into the end zone, as Joke will use another timeout. He's only got one remaining.
Yeah, and that's okay for Joke at this point, though, because you're going to have the lead regardless, unless, you know, a crazy turnover happens, you force something. So using those timeouts when you have the lead in the spot, not a big deal. But now all the pressure's just on Wesley here. He needs to figure out a way to not give up 9 yards and into the end zone.
First down and goal. Bunch to the wide side. Joke 9 yards away from a 2-possession lead. Wesley needs to hold Joke to a field goal to stay alive. And he's back to pass on first down. He'll take off with Wilson. He's going to end up losing about half a yard, but he'll take one of those precious timeouts away from Wesley.
Big sack right there. Joke got to be careful. He needs his ball carrier on conservative. You don't want to get a sack fumble in this spot. And Wesley just needs 2 more of those, force him into a 4th and goal.
Now he's going to go to the trips tight end formation. Joke utilizing a lot of different offenses out here, trying to give Wesley different looks. Now he'll go back to the tight slots, it looks like, with Patterson to the left of Russell Wilson. And he'll drop back to pass with Wilson once again. He doesn't want to run the ball. He wants to throw it, and he has Jerry Rice with a huge touchdown. Only 2 timeouts remain for Wesley, but it's a 2-possession lead for Joke.
Have you guys heard of the wheel route? There it is, and that might be the dagger. You see Wesley, it's starting to set in for him. He used that timeout, so it's going to be very difficult to come back from. Went with the 4 verticals out of tight slots. It's basically 2 wheel routes to the outside, and Joke low passes it to Jerry Rice, and you see Wesley now. It's starting to set in. If he can maybe get down the field, though, and kick his field goal with under, you know, a minute 30 and not use those timeouts, there's a small chance, but it's going to be very difficult.
Take a look one more time, Ty. This could be a $25,000 play for Rydell Brito.
Yeah, low ball, wheel route. How many times have we seen that this year? So effective, especially in the red zone.
As Henry scrambles, trying to find some room. He'll pick up 7.
Hey, defense, let's go.
And there's the defense from Joke. This is where Joke really locks down. This is why it's so tough to play from behind against Joke, is when Joke knows you need a touchdown and knows you need to score quickly, that's when he starts sending the dogs.
Exactly, and he's playing back in his coverage here. He's letting those guys come off the edge. He's doing a great job using. He's just playing bend but don't break right now. He wants you to pass the ball inbounds, use all this clock.
Beam to Lance Allworth, just got over the acrobat. Wesley's still fighting here down 11.
And that makes it interesting here. Let's see if Wesley now decides he's not going to go field goal yet. Maybe 1 or 2 shots, and then you go field goal. I'm a little surprised, though, but that's a big dot. He still has a little bit of life.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's not going field goal because he still has 2 timeouts. He could use those. He's looking over the top. It's on the run and accurate. Boy, that could have been picked off.
Yeah, that was really scary right there. He had him, too. A couple steps on him. Joke was user in his defensive lineman, Hunter, and Wesley could have took advantage, but the pressure was coming and just got a really bad throw. And there's that deep accuracy that we talked about with Henry.
It's left side. That's Cordero Patterson. And he'll pick up a first down to the 26, minute 24 to go. Let's see what Wesley's thinking. It looks like he's still going to keep the offense out on the field.
Yeah, Nick, I would think about kicking it here. I really would now. The clock is really dwindling. You got to think this is a shot to the end zone, or at least a corner out, you know, something like that, skinny post over the middle. Got the tight end.
Got A, wide open. Darren Waller. Tyler Davis, you look foolish. Wesley's into the end zone. Too easy. Joe can't believe he left the former Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket wide open.
That's a big blown coverage right there from Joe. Had a feeling the corner out was coming. You got to guard those in that situation. Wesley obviously going to go for 2, and he has a little bit of life now, saving those 2 timeouts.
Got some life out there. 2-point conversion. Try to cut this to a field goal. Got to expect we're probably going to get an onside kick here. We've seen 2 onside kicks recovered in the MCS this year. Could we see 3? First a 2-point conversion attempt. He's got Andre Johnson open and just didn't make the catch.
That hurt so bad. It was wide open. What a play design. Wide trail with the corner out to the pylon. Ooh. And now we got a big onside kick.
The lefty onside kick.
Yeah.
It's picked up by Charlie Joyner. That's big for Joke. The hands team does their job.
Yeah, that's huge. Wesley had to kick the onside there. Because even if you give up a field goal, there's still life. Obviously, you're not going to have much time. But not converting that two-point conversion really hurts as well. I mean, that was wide open. Really heartbreaking for Wesley. But now this is where
the worst part is he could have run it in with Henry, too.
Exactly, yeah. He had some options. And now Joe going to go straight goal line. A little fullback dive here, Superman jump. And, of course, Wesley burns that timeout as quick as possible.
Here's the thing that concerns me about this goal line move, is if he gets stuffed one time, he's not at an easy field goal right now. This is incredibly conservative from Joe.
Yeah, I don't love it. I'd like to see him, you know, audible around to all those different inside zones that he's kind of been doing all game, whether it be the base out of bunch or the inside zones out of bunch tight end or trips tight end. I think that kind of, you know, because you still have the threat of maybe he might pass, and that can really catch you off guard. So I don't necessarily agree with this decision, but these Superman jumps are really good. So he's getting closer and closer.
As you saw there, Noah looking on and waiting to see who he will play tomorrow. He had one of the 2 first-round buys. 3rd and 5, he goes to that inside zone. It's Cordell Patterson. He did not get the first down. He stopped at the 36. Do you kick 3 here, Ty, or do you look to put the game away?
Oh, decision time for Ray Del Brito. 1 yard to go. Oh, man. I don't know. You get this down to like 25 seconds. I think you kick it, go up 8, but he might go aggressive. This is huge.
He's lined up in the goal line formation. Can he pick up 1 yard, or will Wesley Gittins get the stop to keep him alive? We'll see if Joe even snaps this ball.
Yeah, he's not going to snap it. He's not going to snap it.
Come on.
He does snap it.
Come on, Wes.
Oh,
Find a way.
Find a way to score
right here, man.
backfield. Wesley has life.
Oh, my God. What is Joe doing? He just gave Wesley the chance of all chances. I think he rushed it, too. He hiked it at 4 on the play clock. It looked like he panicked a little bit there, and Wesley blows it up and has a chance now.
From dead to alive, Frankenstein's monster is here. Wesley down by 5, but has the ball and has life. Bunch to the right side. Henry back to pass. Can Joe's defense step up and make a play? There goes Derrick Henry. He's got a lot of room down the sidelines. 33 seconds left, and Wesley is past midfield. TD, could Joe have lost $25,000 with that call on 4th and 1?
Unbelievable. Pandemonium here. This is crazy. 33 seconds is eternity in Madden 22, especially for how good Wesley is on offense. Joe, he's got to be kicking himself.
See if Joe's defense, it's been his hallmark, has been so good. Over the top! Allworth, it's knocked out of his hands, almost a touchdown, and Wesley can't believe that Lance Allworth didn't hold on to that one.
He almost dialed it up. The beater over the top. He had that earlier too and didn't take the chance. This time he takes the chance, but Allworth can't make the aggressive catch in the end zone. I like that though from Wesley. Take the chance there. You still have 26 seconds. The shot, it almost worked. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to hang on, but still a lot of time here. I like that play call from Wesley Gittins.
8-1 aids Wesley. Still with life. Henry outside the pocket. Contained Peter there. But a great throw from Henry to Andre Johnson to the 30-yard line. And Joke is seeing his spot in the next round slip away as Wesley just 30 yards away from taking the lead.
Joke is almost seething. You saw him rubbing his face like a madman right there. He knows he pretty much almost let this thing go, but can Wesley take advantage?
He locked up 16, 15 seconds. There goes Henry on the scramble. Down the sidelines, he'll step out of bounds. 13-yard gain, 13 seconds left, $25,000 on the line.
Yeah, about 2, maybe 3 plays here to the end zone for $25,000 for Wesley. Is he gonna come up clutch? 17 yards to glory. Remember, he needs a touchdown. No field goals here.
1st and 10. Joyner split off the bunch. Back to pass for
Find
Wesley.
He's got
a corner. He's got Johnson. Touchdown for Wesley Gittins.
A $25,000 laser beam, and Joke with one of the worst folds we've seen. You can see the emotion now. He knows this game was in the bag. He dominated this game, especially in the second half, played it perfectly, flawlessly, and just one decision on 4th and 1 might cost him $25K.
2-point conversion for West. He'll go to pass and walk into the end zone. Joke, 9 seconds, 1 timeout. And Wesley has gone from dead in the water to elated as he is 9 seconds away from a meeting with Noah tomorrow and to stay alive in the Madden Bowl.
What a game. Gotta wonder what Noah's thinking over there, scouting this, watching this. Thought he had Joke for a while, he's going to play, and now he might have a chance at Wesley. So, but Joke, with that timeout, obviously this has got to be a deep shot. We're looking at a deep crosser, a deep corner out. If you're Wesley, you can't have a mental lapse here. You have to stay focused. You've got to guard these deep sidelines.
Does Joke have something deep down the field? He's going to have to throw it up. He's looking at the seam. And it's picked off. And that's going to be your ball game. Wesley Giddens is on to the next round. He pockets an extra $25,000 with an almost improbable comeback.
Unbelievable. What a game. Joke walks away. What a 4th-and-1 stand.
Let's go, bro.